reconciliation with our Indigenous community. I think having all the voices at the table are very important. Again, the province needs to be inclusive, I think, for feedback. That never hurts the process as long as there's not unnecessary delays.
Singh says that without his motion, Bill 5 could disrupt city revenue, municipal autonomy, and environmental protections. Singh's motion passed unanimously. Over to Guelph, more than $120,000 worth of drugs have been seized following a police investigation into fentanyl trafficking. Guelph police executed search warrants at 2 homes and a storage locker in the city's West End last week. Officers seized nearly 1 kilogram of fentanyl, along with crystal meth, cocaine, cash, weapons, and stolen property. Guelph police spokesperson Scott Tracy says that while the drug seizure is significant, it is only a part of a much larger ongoing issue.
It is a large amount of
with the drug bust. Now to London, where the region's health unit says the recent outbreak of Legionnaire's disease remains ongoing. 25 new cases have come forward in the 2 weeks since the outbreak was deemed over. 94 people have been infected, with 86 hospitalizations and 4 deaths. The likely source is an East London meat processing called Sofina Foods, and that their cooling towers were tested twice this month. The first test came back negative. The second revealed that Legionella was in fact present. Trevor Van Dyke from Budget Cooling and Heating says it can be tricky to stop bacteria from getting back into commercial HVAC systems after treatment.
To treat it or to shock it isn't that difficult, but the problem is because of all this drift that happens, you're constantly adding new water into the system, right, to make up for all that water that leaves. If you don't treat your water that's going to be used to top up that system, then you can run into situations where your water is not as resistant to this type of stuff as it normally would be.
Emily Chu says the Sofina facility is also the likely source for last year's Legionnaire's outbreak, but stressed that the disease is airborne and cannot be transmitted through the food products produced at the factory. In a statement, Sofina Foods says the recent positive test results were unexpected given the safety and sanitation program and testing they have in place. The company says it took immediate action over.
Hey Martin, how you doing? It's Ancaster in Hamilton. Hey Queen, how you doing?
Instead, they've asked city staff to look into different ways to improve residents' enjoyment of the area while still protecting it as environmentally significant. This comes after fierce pushback from neighbors whose properties back onto the area. Some councillors in favor of paving the path said it's necessary for accessibility.
Good, thank you very much. Early driving.
Disagreed.
This is not, as presented by some individuals, as an assault on accessibility. No one gets to have everything in their neighborhood that's convenient to them. And it may be necessary for folks with accessibility challenges to go to the north section and utilize the trails there. But there are not 0 options.
I am in Canada.
To put in trails and make for us.
Canada, the province, Ontario. The city is Ancaster.
And finally, as Labor Day draws near, many college students will be busy moving. Mazen Fayed is a general manager of the U-Haul location on York Street in London. He says it's often one of the busiest weekends of the year. His main advice...
back to back, and they start rushing from one U-Haul to another, trying to find a truck. Book ahead of time.
Fayed says after moving vans, mobile moving boxes are the next most popular service at his U-Haul location. He says up to 20% of movers require some kind of storage. And that's the 7:30 news.
Thank
Thank you, Angela. Now we take a look at today's weather with James Tulla. Good morning, James.
Good morning, Joe. Mix of sun and cloud, depending on where you're listening from. More sunny than cloudy.
Cool, man. Cool.
Degrees. High of 22.
Come here.
Index of 6. Tonight, clear, but becomes partly cloudy around midnight and a low of 11.
Taking a look at the commute this morning, still seeing a couple of delays on the 401 eastbound from around the Franklin exit all the way to Highway 6 North, building on Hespel Road around Fisher. Not seeing any issues on the in-town routes at the moment, or I'm not hearing of any delay on routes in Grand River Transit and Go. This is the morning edition on CBC Radio 1. You can download the CBC Listen app and or the CBC News app to stream us live, even if you're driving outside the region. You can tell your smart speaker to play CBC Kitchener-Waterloo and listen to us at 89.1 FM. Still ahead this half hour, there's a growing divide in Canada, and it's playing out at the ballot box. It's not between the left and the right. It's between those who vote and those who choose to stay home. We'll have that story coming up on the program at 7:50. But first,
TP,
it's
how you
Paul
doing?
McGowan with a look at sports. Good morning, Paul.
Good morning, Joe.
Let's start with the Blue Jays. They let one slip away last night against the Twins.
Yeah, they did. They took a 4-3 lead into the ninth inning last night, but closer Jeff Hoffman.
Yeah, weather in Ghana should be very, very hot. It's getting a little bit cooler here.
7-5 final for them. Toronto's bullpen has not been good lately. In fact, over the last 30 days, they have been the worst bullpen.
Might not see your chat too well right now because I'm going to have...
Marie-Laurence Genis, c'est une psychologue organisationnelle. Je lui ai parlé.
Be careful, man.
I hope so. Be so scared.
But they said, we want to come. Like, you want to come to the event, women? I'm like, I'm sure, allowed. Like, it'd be fine. We can all take them. And then, just plan, and, you weigh them, and then you do all the plans for when he's going to get neutered and all this stuff. And then the vet comes in, and everything's checked out good. And then, like, the needle, he just pulls out the needle, like, really quick. And Lou just, like, bolts for the door. She's like, I can't watch this. And then before she could even open the door, like, it was open. Like, there was no wimping or, like, there was nothing. I was like, he took it like a chain.
Yeah, that's a highway.
Yeah.
It's like a small highway, so you can only do 90 kilometers an hour, so
but it is funny,
it's not a big highway.
After a shot, like, you could just tell he was a little tired and, needed a little extra cuddle on the couch. Oh, poor Renee. He's got a tough life already, 3 months into this thing. Hey, we are Brady and Tara. Looks like it's going to be a gorgeous afternoon to walk the pups outside, that's for sure. Sunshine and 21. Chilly start, though. We're sitting at 8 right now. Good morning. Thanks for listening to Chimes.
Yeah, statute of limitations got to kick in at some point.
He down bad. He reaching for straws at this point. What? 1994? Sister wasn't even that big of a group to be like,
I don't know them, man.
let's recoup. Like, what? They were not even that big of a group.
You know, I just seen an interview with Eve, and I
Yes.
think it was Ebro in the morning, and they were
Yeah.
talking about Questlove and like the Roots and how the Roots won like the Grammy for the song that Eve was on, and even I think Jill Scott
Their
was
breakout
on it, right?
single, yeah, and
Yeah.
Erykah Badu.
And Erykah Badu, and like nobody was really credited for it. Eve, it was before she even started to break out, and she was like, if they properly credited her on it, it could have definitely helped her. She would have had a Grammy
Yeah.
before she really became Eve.
Yeah.
But she actually talked to Questlove about it, and he said that he was really bad at communication at said time.
It's not good enough.
Which is
Public apologies. Because they even went and got the award and thanked every single person
yeah,
that helped with the record and still didn't
Eve.
mention Eve.
yeah,
That's nasty work, Black
Yeah.
Thought.
yeah. And she said that, you know, she's like, that's my brother still. She seemed like she was
Listen, she's married to a billionaire.
No, she's also done an interview and said that
he's not a billionaire.
he's not a billionaire actually. And
But he's a
lot of people-
multi-millionaire for sure.
Yeah, he's got money. He's definitely got bread.
He does the
The racing stuff.
88 bubblegum race
Yeah.
that they do over there, where essentially people get supercars and drive them 4 hours, I believe, to a different city or a different country, and it's like a 2-3 day thing, and it's a bunch of just millionaires and billionaires that participate in it
Yeah, yeah. Well,
every year.
she wanted to clarify that he is not a billionaire, but she still is with somebody who is wealthy.
Yeah, she
And-
was gone.
And they're good.
She disappeared for so long.
Yeah,
Was raising a family, being a stepmom,
she still is.
and she came back to the
The
spotlight.
View, was it?
Yeah.
She was on the View. That's the
She was
thing.
on there for a
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah. Lil Nas X, he's been released and he sent a
No,
video
never been in
out
Ghana
saying, like,
before.
girl, he literally said, girl, that was big terrifying.
I have
But the girl's
visited.
gonna be alright.
But the girl's gonna be alright.
The farthest I've visited, it's a part of Europe, only France and Belgium. Yeah, I probably will go one day. They know the weather's nice over there for sure. All right, guys, Martin, everybody, thank you very much for being with us in the live, and we'll be live soon again. Have yourself a wonderful day. All right, take care. Bye.